Today, you're going to be trying exotic fruits.
Passion fruit. I've had it in like a tea, passion fruit teas or stuff like that, but to actually go out and buy it and eat it, I haven't. It almost looks like a big olive for me. The outer part, the skin, if that's the skin, it's kind of tough, almost like a mango skin outer. And then I see the seeds inside, kind of greenish and yellowish. Almost looks to me like a kiwi, the inside kind of sort of, but not as full as a kiwi.
Se me que sí la he visto, pero no la he probado. Bueno, se ve, ahora sí como dices tú, exótica, extraña.
It looks very interesting. I like all the little colors, It reminds me of the tunas on the nopales, right? The prickly pear. So it looks like the same shape as the tunas on the nopales. So I'm excited about this. I'm looking forward to it.
Ooh, reminds me of something. Why does that taste? To me, it tasted like grapefruit. Oh. I definitely would have that again.
Hay un refresco de maracuya colombiano, se me hace muy sabroso. Haz de cuenta lo que te digo, que estamos hablando de la guayaba. Tiene la similitud de la guayaba por la semilla. Por dentro es un poquito más líquida.
Little tart reminds me of a guayaba, of the guayabas, yeah, because of the seeds. But it's a little bit more like gelatina, more like Jello, right? So I think that it's got that kind of consistency, like Jello. But I like it. It's a little kind of tart, a little sour, maybe a little bitter. But it's like when you first try it, it's kind of like an explosion in your mouth, like a little bit of like tingling sensation, like ooh, like.
Mamey. Never had a mamey. I've heard of it. I've heard people talk about it, but I've never gone out of my way to okay, quiero mamey para comer lo que sea, pero no. It's the first time I even see it like this.
No, el mamey sí lo he probado. Sí. Nunca lo había visto en textura, en su textura completa nunca lo había visto. Más que todo lo había visto en licuados.
Yeah, it's not a papaya, but it looks like this similar color, similar composition, similar kind of makeup. It's kind of like in the melon. It looks like it's from the melon family. I've heard of mamey, but I've never tried it.
Not bad. Dry. It does have a sweet potato type of flavor. It's interesting. It's different. It's tasty. I won't go out of my way, but if I did buy it, I'd probably get creative and chop it up and almost make it like a pumpkin, con piloncillo y todo eso. I'd probably try it like that, like como un camote.
Mm-hmm. Tiene textura a camote, tiene un sabor ligero a camote, pero no es un sabor que habíamos hablado del melón, sabe un poquito, la textura es más a camote.
It's very sweet. There's a little bit of almost like a pasty kind of consistency inside your mouth. Like when you brush your teeth and you got that kind of like you need to rinse your mouth out. There's kind of a little bit of a pasty kind of leftover a little bit in your mouth. But in terms of this taste, I like the taste.
Durian. That smells like the devil. Are you serious? It's gonna taste okay. That's what they say. It's a pungent, strong. I would say slap your mama, but slap your mama is good. It's like a good flavor. This is more like it slapped me. It slap in my face, dude.
Sí, tiene un olor más como a cebolla.
I got a whiff of it. Yeah. and I think that there's a pungent smell to it, right? Yeah, the texture's it's like a custard.
Once you put it in your mouth, whatever smell is coming out is not in my mouth. But once it's in, you're eating it and you're chewing it, it doesn't taste like what it smells. I don't know. I can't describe the taste. It's a different taste to me. It's existent. The taste is there when the mango is super red and yellow and you can see the brownish on it and yeah.
Tiene ese dejo de cebolla. Haz de cuenta que si le hubieran puesto una fruta sin sabor, no tiene mucho sabor su textura. Dulce no es, salada tampoco, like no flavor. Yeah, it smells like onion.
I like the taste a lot more than the smell. I think that the smell, if I was to be sold on just the smell alone, I wouldn't buy this fruit. But then the taste reminds me of kind of, it's like banana, but it's like apple. I'm really kind of pleasantly surprised. I like it.
Longan. It's a cool look. I mean, translucent. You can already feel that it's juicy. I mean, I already squeezed it, and you can see some juice coming out. I can see the seed inside. Never seen anything like that on a fruit, but curious to see what it tastes like.
Bueno, esta tiene una similitud con lo que es la uva y la cascarita, de cuenta que si fuera un limoncito mexicano, esos pequeños, ya secándose.
Never have seen it.
Not bad. It's got a flowery taste to it. It's not super sweet. Down pretty good. I like that. That's pretty good. Texture is of a grape.
Tiene un sabor como al higo, pero un poquito, su textura un poquito más dura. Está sabroso, pero me imagino que si echaran un agua fresca de estos, podría ser un poquito mejor sabor.
It's very crunchy. Well, the size and the texture like a grape. I like the flavor of it. I even think it's got a little bit of kiwi taste, except this is sweeter than a kiwi, because kiwi is sometimes a little bit tangy, but I like these.
Jackfruit. You know what? I'm going to have to give it to my wife. I don't remember how she cooked it or what forms, but I know that we've substituted for just screwing around like, hey, we have some jackfruit, and she would substitute it as a protein. I don't know if it was like un tipo de carne con salsa or whatever, but it was, if I remember correctly, it was almost like that type, como un guisado como si fuera carne picada.
I would love to have a treat like this, but I would never let anybody.
Go under it.
Yeah, or take the fruits. I'd be like, nah, those are decorative. You know, right? Don't mess with my fruit.
I've tried it cooked. I've never tried it as a raw fruit, right? So this is good. This is pretty sweet. Kind of dry, almost like an apple texture. This is really tasty. I've never had it just like that. I would definitely have this again.
Bueno, piña no le sale, pero sale más a mango maduro, dulzón. Está muy sabroso.
This is more mango to me than banana, definitely. It's crunchy, it's easy to chew. You got a lot of flavors going on there. A little bit of pineapple, a little bit of mango. I could see the banana taste in it. This is delicious. I like this. I'm so happy you're introducing me to all these fruits, because you see them and you don't know what they are, right? I like this one a lot as well.
Goldenberry. Well, when I first saw it, I thought it was a tomatillo, but I guess it's some sort of goldenberry, right? This is a trip how it looks just like a freaking tomatillo. Tomatillos are not orange. They're usually green, used for salsas. And I don't think you can use this for a salsa.
Y está pegajosa por fuera, ¿me entiendes? Como si estuviera dulce, como una miel o algo.
I haven't seen these, but they look like the green jitomates that our mothers make chile de molcajete with, right?
Thoughts on this one? It threw me a flashback of tomatillos because of the husk around it. When I bit into it, I did get that sweet and tart flavor to it, which the tart kicked in first and then the sweetness kicked in after, so it was pretty good. It has a texture of like a cherry tomato. Not bad, not bad. I don't think I'll have it again, but I'm glad I tried it. You know, you gotta try things at least one time, right?
Está media rarita. Tiene más sabor como naranja pequeña. No sé si has visto las naranjitas chiquitas. A ese saborcito. Está muy rica. No sabe a mango, ni sabe a piña, pero tiene sabor agridulce.
Well, it's cute. You know, yeah. Snap! That was an explosion of like wake up. You know, right? It was it's tart. It's like all the other ones were kind of like mild introduction, but this is like, you know, right? Like an explosion of flavor. But I like it. The taste is kind of like it kind of reminds me of a sour red tomato, but there's a sweetness to it, you know? But there's a sourness to it. So I could see how people cook with these ingredients. Like it could be like sweet or sour, right?
Dragonfruit. This is a really nice looking dragonfruit, I'll tell you that right now.
Este sí tiene ese sabor, como dices tú, a kiwi y pera. Más que todo a kiwi.
I've had this before. My mother has a little pitaya plant, and she loves these pitayas, and I've seen her peel these and right in front of me. So, yeah, I would be proud. You know, yeah. So this is delicious. You know, yeah.
I like that texture. I like the seeds in it. I like the crunchiness. This reminds me of an overgrown fig, un higo, because you're biting into the seeds of the higo. Not as sweet as a fig, but it's pretty good.
Sabe exactamente igual al kiwi. O sea, tiene esa textura. No que sepa el kiwi, pero sabe, tiene esa textura. No tiene mucho sabor a dulce, ni salado, ni nada. O sea, tiene un sabor neutral, muy sabroso y muy saludable.
Very refreshing, like all of these fruits, but this one's probably more refreshing. I could imagine, like, if, you're tired, you're working outside, and you want to come inside and get a fruit that pitaya would be one. It's very sweet. I mean, there's a blandness to it, but the sweetness comes in after you after you kind of continue to taste it and continue to chew it. So yeah, this is delicious. Está sabrosa.
Starfruit. You called it a starfruit. It is a starfruit. I thought you guys were being cute and you cut it up into star shapes, but this is how it comes. That is pretty darn cool.
Okay, lo visual me recuerda a las estrellas del mar. Starfish. That's what the first thing I was like, okay. No tiene mucho sabor, no tiene mucho olor.
Has an apple, definite apple texture to the skin. Tastes like an apple, thinner than an apple, almost closer to a pear. Not bad. Different flavor, not a bad flavor on this. I can picture this with some limon and some tajin. It doesn't have a true flavor to it. It's just juicy and the texture's good. If you like the crunchy and you need the crunchy, it has that. But throw some lemon and some tajin on this sucker, man.
Como dijiste tú, la textura, a manzana, pues sabe a manzana, pero como desabrida. O sea, no tiene mucho sabor, ni muy dulce, ni muy agria, ni nada, ¿me entiendes?
Like an apple, I like it. Maybe not as sweet as an apple, but it's got the consistency, it's got the crunchiness, it's got the texture as well. I like it a lot. I like the color of it too. It's kind of yellowish, greenish, but definitely the shape. Yeah, the star. Yeah. That is a cool fruit. Now I could see that as a garnish on a drink.
Soursop. I haven't had it like this, but I've had it in a juice or guanábana juice, right?
La guanábana es una fruta también muy saludable, ¿eh? En jugo, la he probado en jugo. No me gusta mucho porque batallo mucho porque está llena de mendigas semillas.
Never even tried a guanábana or haven't even tasted it?
Oh, bro, that good. Talk about sweet. It's pretty, it's decent. I'm not gonna share with you on this. This is all me. Anyway, it's definitely got a unique taste, but it almost, I'm gonna tell you right now, I do not like papaya, but it reminds me of when I see my mother-in-law cutting up the papaya because she loves it. It just, the way, when she cuts it, this almost seems very papaya-ish. Just the texture, right? Dude, wow, that's good. Unique flavor. Yeah. Unique flavor. Texture's nice and soft. That last bite, I was able to just squeeze it with my tongue to my palate. That's damn good.
Donde metes la cuchara sale la semilla. Muy sabrosa, muy rica. Me ha tocado guanábana que no tiene eso tan dulce. No es tan dulce. Esta está muy rica, está muy dulce.
That one is a good one. That one's tasty, it's fleshy, it's delicious, it's sweet. It's just, it dissolves in your mouth like almost like sugary sand, Yeah, it dissolves really nicely in your mouth. I like this one a lot. There's a lot of kind of consistency with some of these fruits, right? There's a lot of similarities, but then there's also some kind of unique differences, yeah.